Imagine a new nation, finally, oh, finally, free from colonial rule, standing at the start of a challenging journey. Independence was just the beginning. For Kwame Nkrumah, the real test was ahead. How to build a strong and successful country from the ground up. Well, he dreamed of growing industries, providing education for all, and uniting the people of Ghana. But each step forward came with its own set of problems. My dear one, join me as we explore today Ghana's path to progress and the true cost of turning one's dream into reality. In this case, the dreams of Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Stay tuned. By 1961, Nkrumah's vision is already changing the face of Ghana. Factories are rising. Steel plants like the Tema Steel Works, opened in 1963, are operating, producing the materials needed for Ghana's future growth. Nkrumah dreams of a country that no longer depends on the West, and these factories, in fact, are a big part of that dream. The sugar mills at Isuchare and Komenda are meant to make Ghana self-sufficient in sugar, no longer relying on imports. By 1967, the Volta Aluminium Company, also known as Valco, is producing aluminium, making Ghana one of the few African countries in the global aluminium business. But big dreams come with big costs. These factories and industries relied on loans, and with each project, Ghana's debt was growing. Was the country's economy strong enough to support Nkrumah's massive ambitions? In 1965, Ghana flips the switch on one of its most impressive projects, the Akosombo Dam. This massive hydroelectric project harnessed the power of the Volta River, providing energy not only to homes and factories in Ghana, but even exporting electricity to neighboring countries. For Nkrumah, this wasn't just about electricity. It was about, in fact, making Ghana an industrial leader in Africa. The dam also created Lake Volta, the world's largest man-made lake. Beyond electricity, it opened up opportunities for farming, fishing, and transportation. But there was a price to pay. Over 80,000 people were displaced by the rising waters. Entire communities lost their homes and ancestral lands. The government struggled indeed to help those affected, but the promise of progress left many feeling forgotten. Ghana was growing fast, and Nkrumah knew the importance of connecting the country. The Accra-Tema motorway, completed in 1965, connected the capital city to Tema, Ghana's industrial hub. Tema Harbour, finished in 1962, became a gateway for Ghana's goods to be exported to the world. It was indeed a symbol of Nkrumah's vision of self-reliance, a country no longer dependent on Western imports. But as factories rose and motorways were built, the country's finances began to strain. Could Ghana's fragile economy keep up with this rapid growth? In 1961, Nkrumah introduced one of the most important policies for the future. He made primary education free and compulsory for all children. Thousands of schools were built to ensure that every child, no matter their background, could get an education. But Nkrumah knew that it wasn't just about basic education. Higher education was key to Ghana's future. The University of Ghana, originally founded in 1948 but expanded under Nkrumah's government, and the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, established in 1952, became centers for nurturing the country's future engineers, doctors, and scientists. He also established the University of Cape Coast in 1962, focusing on training teachers to expand the nation's education system. Nkrumah wasn't only focused on education and industry. He also wanted to improve the health of the nation. Under his leadership, in fact, hospitals were modernized and new clinics were built across the country. Major hospitals like the Kolebu Teaching Hospital in Accra and the Komfo Anoche Teaching Hospital in Kumasi expanded to serve more people. Malaria, tuberculosis, and other diseases were targeted as part of a broad campaign to improve the health of Ghanaians. For the first time, rural areas gained access to medical care, but the healthcare system struggled indeed to keep up with the growing population. With Ghana's rapid industrialization came urbanization. As people moved to the cities, Nkrumah's government started building affordable housing through the Tema Development Corporation. New apartments and housing complexes went up, especially in places like Tema and Accra, to accommodate the influx of workers. These new homes were meant to be the foundation of a modern Ghana. But as more people flooded in the cities, the housing demand quickly outpaced supply. While industry was at the forefront, Nkrumah understood that agriculture was still the backbone of the country. Cocoa was Ghana's main export, but Nkrumah wanted the country to diversify and become self-sufficient in food. The State Farms Corporation and the Agricultural Development Corporation were created to push mechanized farming techniques and boost production of crops like palm oil, rubber, and cotton. But agriculture is unpredictable, and many state-run farms struggled with poor management and inefficiency. Despite his efforts, Ghana's dream of self-sufficiency in food remained elusive. Nkrumah knew that building a nation wasn't just about infrastructure. It was also about culture. He wanted to restore African pride and identity that had been stripped away by colonialism. In the early 1960s, he founded the Ghana Cultural Center and the Ghana Film Industry Corporation to promote African arts, music, and cinema. His goal was to unite the nation under a shared cultural identity while positioning Ghana as a leader in Pan-Africanism. While these efforts inspired many, some in Ghana began to feel that Nkrumah's focus on African unity was pulling resources away from solving the immediate need. By the late 1960s, Ghana had undergone significant changes, but the dream, the dream, of becoming a self-reliant industrial power remained out of reach. As we reflect on this, we wonder, was Nkrumah's vision too ambitious for its era? Or was it the crucial push needed for Ghana's future? What do you think? Please drop your thoughts in the comment section. In case you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I would like to hear your thoughts on the legacy of Africa's most daring leaders. In our next episode instead, we will delve into the role of women in Nkrumah's administration, his Pan-African philosophy, and his foreign policy. Until then, my dear friend, stay safe and blessed. Catch up soon.